Sitting round the campfire singing songs of yore, playing till my fingers are sore 'cause they always want one more. Yeah, we're sitting around the campfire singing songs of yore, playing till my fingers are sore on the Campfire Troubadour. Well, a good day to you, fine gentlemen and ladies. Thank you for joining me today for a wee bit of singing and a wee history lesson. Now, they call me Two Wives, the Campfire Troubadour, singing songs of yore and songs about yore. Now today, I'll be singing for you a song called Rosin the Beau. Now this song is a traditional folk song and drinking song popular in America, Canada, England, and Ireland. It was first published in Philadelphia in 1838, though it was commonly sung in the mid to late 1700s. The song was so popular that the tune was reused in various political campaign jingles for Abraham Lincoln, William Henry Harrison, and Henry Clay. The melody was also used in slave songs, comedy songs, and other folk songs. Now the name of the song has several meanings, for you see, there's kind of two different songs that are the same but slightly different. One is Rosin the Beau, B-O-W, as in the bow of a violin. And the other is Rosin the Beau, B-E-A-U, which means a young suitor. Now, depending on which name is used, the song takes a slightly different turn. One deals more with the life of a minstrel and musician, and the other deals with more the life of a ladies' man. I've combined the two songs together and interchanged the verses. Now, back to the name of the song. Part of the obvious part is dealing with the term rosin. Rosin is a gum-like substance that's applied to the bow of a violin or a fiddle to generate friction between the strings and the bow, improving the resonance of the instrument. Without rosin, the bow's bristles would slip and slide and they wouldn't be able to rub the strings with enough friction to produce a sound. Thus, rosin in the song refers to the nickname of the man playing the fiddle. Second is that rosin is a male Irish name, with Roisin being the female form, although the Irish pronunciation of the female form is Rasheen. Hopefully I didn't screw that up too bad. Which would then refer to the fiddler being a ladies' man, especially considering that the second to the last verse, which says, quote, "I know that the next generation will resemble old Rosin the Beau," end quote. Hence, both meanings, Rosin the Beau and Rosin the Beau, would be correct. The term Rosin the Beau, as in B-O-W, was also a slang phrase which meant to buy a drink for the fiddler. A fiddler well supplied with liquor would be more apt to keep playing into the night as well as to play more lively tunes. I've always been cheerful and easy, and scarce have I heeded a foe. While some after money ran crazy, I merely rosin the beau. I merely rosin the beau, me lads, I merely rosin the beau. While some after money ran crazy, I merely rosin the beau. Some youngsters were panting for fashion, some new kicks seemed all the go. But having no turbulent passions, me motto was Rosin the Beau. Me motto was Rosin the Beau, me lads, me motto was Rosin the Beau. But having no turbulent passions, me motto was Rosin the Beau. So kindly me parents beseeched me no longer longer a roving go. And friends whom I thought had forgotten me with gladness met Rosin the Beau. With gladness met Rosin the Beau. With gladness met Rosin the Beau. Friends whom I thought had forgotten me with gladness met Rosin the Beau. In country or city, no matter, too often I never could go. My presence all sadness would scatter, so cheerful was Rosin the Beau. So cheerful was Rosin the Beau. So cheerful was Rosin the Beau. My presence all sadness would scatter, so cheerful was Rosin the Beau. While sweetly I played on my viol in measures so soft and slow, old time stopped the shade on the dial to listen to Rosin the Beau. To listen to Rosin the Beau, me lads, to listen to Rosin the Beau. Old time stopped the shade on the dial to listen to Rosin the Beau. I've traveled all over this wide world, and now to another I go. I know that good quarters are waiting for to welcome old Rosin the Beau. To welcome old Rosin the Beau. To welcome old Rosin the Beau. I know that good quarters are waiting for to welcome old Rosin the Beau. When I'm dead and laid out on the counter, a voice you'll hear from below, saying, send down a hogshead of whiskey, lads, for to drink with old Rosin the Beau. To drink with old Rosin the Beau, me lads, to drink with old Rosin the Beau. Saying, send down a hogshead of whiskey, lads, for to drink with old Rosin the Beau. Now when I am dead, I reckon the lasses will want to, I know, lift off the lid of the coffin for one last look at Rosin the Beau. One last look at Rosin the Beau. One last look at Rosin the Beau. Let him lift off the lid of the coffin for one last look at Rosin the Beau. Me friends will then so neatly dress me in linen as white as the snow. In me coffin the lasses will touch me cheek and whisper, poor Rosin the Beau. They'll whisper, poor Rosin the Beau. They'll whisper, poor Rosin the Beau. In me coffin the lasses will touch me cheek and whisper, poor Rosin the Beau. Then get a half-dozen stout fellows and line them all up in a row. Let 'em drink out of half-gallon bottles to the memory of Rosin the Beau. To the memory of Rosin the Beau. To the memory of Rosin the Beau. Let 'em drink out of half-gallon bottles to the memory of Rosin the Beau. Then let this half-dozen drunk fellows all stagger and go, and dig a great hole in the meadow, and in it put Rosin the Bow, and in it put Rosin the Bow, and in it put Rosin the Bow. Dig a bloody great hole in the meadow, and in it put Rosin the Bow. Get me some bottles of porter, put one at me head and me toe, with a diamond ring scratch upon them, the name of old Rosin the Bow. The name of old Rosin the Bow, me lads, the name of old Rosin the Bow. With a diamond ring scratch upon them, the name of old Rosin the Bow. I've only this one consolation, as out of this world I go. I know that the next generation will resemble old Rosin the Bow, will resemble old Rosin the Bow, will remember old Rosin the Bow. I know that the next generation will resemble old Rosin the Bow. I feel that old tyrant approaching, the cruel, remorseless old foe. So I'll lift up me glass in his honor, saying, have a last drink with the Rosin the Bow. Have a last drink with Rosin the Bow. Have a last drink with Rosin the Bow. Yes, I'll lift up me glass in his honor, saying, have a last drink with Rosin the Bow. Have a last drink with Rosin the Bow, me lads, have a dry drink with Rosin the Bow. Lift up your glass in me honor, and have a last drink with Rosin the Bow. Have a last drink with Rosin the Bow, me lads, have a last drink with Rosin the Bow. Yes, lift up your glass in my honor, and have a last drink with Rosin the Bow. Well, thank you for joining me today for a wee bit of singing and a wee history lesson. I hope you enjoyed our time together and mayhap even learned a wee bit. Until we meet again, I remain your humble servant, 2 wives, the Campfire Troubadour.